Another Kamala staffer flees America's worst laugher.
That was good.
Oh, thanks, Emily. Ooh. But does the giggler have clout if Biden drops out? Yet another Kamala Harris staffer is leaving her office, making it the most popular office to leave since Matt Lauer's. Yeah, huh?
I like it.
Yeah, so do I. This time, it's Communications Director Jamal Simmons, who held the post for only a year, which for a Kamala staffer is like holding your breath underwater for a month. Apparently, his wife got a job in New York, and his family needs to relocate, which is likely code for, honey, we need to get the hell away from this cackling nut job. And you know things are bad when a family announces a move to New York.
Oh.
Sure, there's crime and failing schools and urine in the streets, but at least no more babbling about buses. But despite the fact that Kamala loses staffers faster than my proctologist loses pens, Kamala is still somehow one of the more popular Democrats on the board for 2024. Although Biden's still the front runner, a recent poll finds that when you take Joe out of the equation, Kamala is the favorite among the bunch. I know. To be fair, taking this poll is like asking which finger you would like removed from your butt. At 32%, she's well ahead of Sanders, Buttigieg, Newsom, and even Liz Warren, prompting Liz to ask, how? That could bode well for Harris, whether in 2024 or down the road, when you consider Joe Biden's push to reorder the Democratic primary calendar. This is boring. That plan would make South Carolina first, where Harris is expected to do well among black voters. But I wonder, has she improved her public speaking skills at all, especially when it comes to rules and norms?
And we agreed to advance specific rules and norms in space, international rules and norms. Regarding rules and norms, we are working together to develop norms for the responsible and peaceful uses of outer space. More specifically, regarding rules and norms and international rules and norms, and establish rules and norms to govern space activities.
I'll have what she's on. But in the words of the great Britney Spears, hit me, baby, one more time. With bongos.
And we agreed to advance specific rules and norms in space, international rules and norms. Regarding rules and norms, we are working together to develop norms for the responsible and peaceful uses of outer space. More specifically, regarding rules and norms and international rules and norms, and establish rules and norms to govern space activities.
Everything's better with bongos. But what's the big guy think about all this?
Oh, no. Look, Kamala's not going to challenge me. I keep her busy. You know, I get her together with kids and have her talk about outer space. You know, she's I love the moon, all that stuff. But I don't know if she likes me. Every time I see her, she high-fives me, but she leans away. What are you leaning away for, Kamala? What do you think, I'm going to come in close for a little squeeze and sniff? You're damn right I am.
So, Jamie, I did some research. As a citizen of Alaska, you aren't allowed to vote unless you produce the skin of a harp seal. Is this true?
Yeah, that's 100% true. I haven't voted in a couple years.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for the seals.
Yeah, it's just so dangerous, you know?
Yeah, it really is dangerous. What do you make of this recent finding?
Well, when I heard the communications director for Kamala was leaving, I think I was like everyone. I was like, she has a communications director? What does he say to her? He's like, oh, I like that. Repeat it over and over till people change the channel. What? I can't believe I would. By the way, did you guys know if you invite Kamala to a dinner party, she always brings the word salad? That was really silly. I'll show myself off. I would love both of them to run, and I would give anything to see a debate between Kamala and Joe Biden. I would give anything to see that. Wouldn't that be so fun? She would keep repeating stuff over and over, and it would be good because he would need her to.
Chris, what does this say about all the other names in this bunch of this crowd?
It's like the Democrats have the worst bench of all time. I mean, and by the way, we're still pretending that Mayor Pete Buttigieg, whose like career is I was mayor of a small town in Indiana, and then I didn't show up to do my job in the Biden administration, is seriously considered presidential timber. Like, that's really terrifying. I'll say this about Kamala Harris. She's a lot like Hillary Clinton in the sense that she's shrill and unlikable. But unlike Hillary, she's an idiot. I mean, like Hillary at least knows her stuff. She's obnoxious. She's the smartest girl in class. She wants you to know it. Kamala has no idea what the hell she's doing. She spends all her time trying to sound smart. I, for one, would pay good money to see Trump and Kamala Harris on a debate stage together. I mean, you wouldn't even need the bongos in the background.
We should just engineer these debates that are independent of this presidential election, Kat, because that just seems more entertaining. Don't you agree with me? That's not the question.
Like an off season.
Yeah. Do you think this information is reliable? Isn't this more about just name recognition? Like the fact that they just know who Kamala Harris is?
Probably yes, especially when you see how well she did when she actually tried to run for president, which is she didn't do well.
No.
I think that like everyone says like the worst kind of boss is like the Elon Musk who's like a jerk. Like you have to work your ass off, work so hard. I have no mercy on you. But actually the worst kind is a secret Musk, which is what Kamala is. Because I think of that, piece that came out last year about how it's this abusive environment. Nobody can stand it. She's such a jerk. But people go in there thinking like, oh, she just babbles about how it's crazy we can see the moon. And then you get in there and she's like, Rah!
Yeah.
You have no idea what you signed up for. So
That's true. Signed up for. Isn't it kind of interesting, Emily? People kind of look at her, working for her as a tour of duty. It's like, yeah, I did 2 years in Afghanistan. Oh, yeah, I did 2 years in Kamala.
Yeah.
But only as conscription, though.
Yes.
Because have you guys noticed in the revolving door that is her staff, it's all the same names, too. Every single person in there is like, they did a tour with Kerry, they did a tour. It's all the same tiny bench, just like those recycled, tired names of Democrats that they're floating for 2024. Stacey Abrams is on. She still has not conceded 2018. And they're like, what about her? That just goes to the same tired, exhausting, depressing, tiny bench that the Democrat Party has. They literally have no one because everyone has only spent their time being part of that machine. That's why Biden has been literally in that same chair or near it for the last 100 years. They don't have anyone new. They don't have anyone young, fresh, maybe actually intelligent, maybe actually authentic. They've called her environment abusive. They say it's soul-crushing, soul-destroying. 30 White House staffers went on the record of, I believe, CNN. They were anonymous, but they went on the record. 30. Could you imagine if that was any other employer? I mean, Elon Musk just dares to be transparent and like throw open the curtains. He actually pays his employees and expects them to show up. She's a total monster, a dumb one too, to your point.
Yeah.
Tiny bench,
Not
tiny
smart.
bench. I rode one of those in the Pee Wee League. Up next, climate dogma forbids charging a car and having kids.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.